listening to Those Dad Guys, because the moms have their podcasts, so why shouldn't we? Huh? Here are Joe Seiler and Paul Black, Those Dad Guys.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Those Dad Guys. We are Those Dad Guys. I'm Joe. He's Paul.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode.
Here for another great week. How's things, man?
Things are fantastic, yeah.
Wait, I don't want to talk until we.
Yeah. The most important part of the show.
Sorry.
You're right.
I'm going with Bench Brewery tonight from the Niagara region.
And I felt so good after my surround sound. I'm going to hit up Collective Arts again with some Hazy State.
All right. Well,
I like the images. So Let's see. Oh, there it is.
I was like in synchronicity. Cheers.
This one has half of the alcohol content, so I might be in better shape near the end of the show.
Last week was pretty rough for you, eh?
I watched it back and I could see my eyes getting smaller and smaller.
So anyways, so I interrupted you before I wanted to start drinking my beer.
First
thing, man, what's up?
They're good. Well, first of all, I'm excited that we're both wearing hats. That's exciting.
Yeah, well, you know what? It was a week where I felt like wearing a hat. You know what? I was all sweaty.
Yeah.
Whatever. Put a hat on, right? It says Burlington Dads on it. So
we'll talk about them some other time. But what I'm going to tell you is it looks like we're wearing matching sweaters.
Well, I think that's because we are.
Are we?
I think we are.
Everyone listening, if you haven't looked us up on YouTube, you better get on there. You got to see this unveiling.
If you don't know, now you know.
Fool.
So you want to talk about these sweaters before we show them off?
Sure, yeah. So had such a great experience with Michelle at That's My Custom Shirt for my daughter's birthday present. And we've been talking lately about merch. And, the fun thing about selling merch, and maybe we'll get our own merch, and we got our own coffee cups, and this is exciting. And I love hoodies. Hoodies are probably my favorite things to wear.
Yeah.
Because they're so comfy. So I'm like, I'm gonna ask Michelle if she can hook me up with some custom hoodies,
some merch.
So should we unveil this merch?
Share it. Let's do it.
All right. So
you know what? Look at that. I'm gonna pimp it like Exhibit used to do. Remember Pimp My Ride?
Make it pop.
Look at that guy.
Make it pop.
Look at that guy. Look how beautiful that guy is.
It looks like the guy just above his shoulder.
He looks so good.
You know what? This is my bad angel. So this one tells me the bad things to say.
Because you've got the other one that looks really friendly.
Yeah.
But screw that guy. So let me tell a story. So the other day, Paul gives me a call. He says, what are you doing? I said, I'm working. He says, I'm going to be at your house in 4 minutes. Okay, fine. Rolls up, tosses me a bag. There it is. This beautiful sweater, logoed up. Looks great. We even took a video of like putting him on for the first time.
Yeah, we should almost cut that into the show somehow, or maybe just put it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever.
We'll get it up there one way or another. If it gets in the show, it gets in the show. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But so it was awesome. We took video. I mean, these shirts are cool. On the back, it's got the full logo on it, which are really, really cool. So I walk in the house.
Okay.
And my kids are sitting at the table. It was after 2, so they weren't doing school anymore. They were just gaming.
Of course, yeah.
Gaming. So I walk in, and my son just starts shaking his head. He's like, "Really, Dad? You got merch now? You got merch now?" I'm like, "Yeah, you want to buy some?"
That's it, right?
So, I mean, they're super cool. Like, and I was commenting how it's like not super heavy. Like, it's not a crazy heavy hoodie.
No, man, it's so comfy. It's so comfy.
So nice to have them. So,
yeah.
Really, really cool. Like, really, really cool. So you got these. What's the name of the company? Quick plug again.
That's My Custom Shirt out of Brampton.
That's My Custom Shirt.
So before I get into a story about the whole rigmarole that came along with it, because there's always going to be a story.
Especially with you.
Yeah, exactly. So ending up on the merch thing, I got people that want coffee mugs. Like people are saying, I want some of those Dad Guys coffee mugs, which I think's freaking bonkers, but sure. Mine as well. So maybe if we do a little contest at some point, maybe we merch up a sweater and a coffee cup or something.
I think we could do that. You know what? Because there's something I definitely want to do a contest for, and I'll talk about it at the end of the show. You already know what I want to talk about, but I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to say what we're going to do it for. Maybe who knows?
Stay tuned because I may or may not know what he's talking about.
You know what I want to do the contest for. You know.
Have you used Waze?
I use Waze all the time. I love it.
Really, eh?
Yeah, I love it.
When you're driving, do you also have your wife in the back of your head
Never.
along with Waze?
No,
Telling you how to drive and what to do?
absolutely not.
So here's the skinny.
Hold on, let me get comfortable.
Yeah. So I made my way to Brampton to pick these things up. And on the way there, no problem. I just take the regular highway. It's not very congested still.
Yeah.
Because it takes me about 45 minutes to get there. Turn around, go. So pick them up, turn around, head back, get onto the highway. So immediately in Brampton, when you get on the highway, there's a 407 sign.
Yeah.
Okay. The 407.
Where you get on the highway.
The one you pay for.
Yeah, that's the 407. Yep.
Yeah. So what comes in my mind right away? A week and a half ago, my wife got a text or an email from the 407 for a bill worth $80. And she is like, who took the 407 and why is it $80? I'm like, listen, I took it once and I can't think that it was $80 worth. So it ends up, she realized it was both of us in the car that went to the end of the 407 and back, which is what the $80 was.
That's
right?
way out there.
Yeah. So I'm getting to the 407. I'm like, traffic didn't look bad. I think I'm gonna just take the regular highway. I'm gonna save some money because I don't want to get yelled at for jumping on the 407.
Sure.
So we get on the Gardner and
the Gardner.
Yeah.
You don't get on the Gardner.
But Waze tells me to get off at Browns and Sherway Gardens Road and all this stuff. To go around the traffic jam.
I just lost my pencil. It's so crazy. It makes no sense.
Anyways, I listen to Waze and I go, and it tells me to turn right on Evans and then turn left on Evans onto the QE Niagara.
Yeah.
So I do that, and the on-ramp's freaking closed for construction. So now I'm driving around the damn city, and Waze keeps yelling at me to turn back around and get to Evans where it's closed. Why isn't that listed as closed? And find me a new way.
I don't have the answer to that, man.
We drove around 35 minutes trying to figure out how the hell to get on. We ended up getting on the Gardner East, getting off on Kipling, going over, and then back, and then we got home. But I was apps, and then you know what my wife says to me? Why don't you just take the 407? Like, come on, you can't win.
That's when you.
But I can't do these maps, man. I can't do these maps.
So let's just not even bother talking about what the heck route you took because it makes no sense to me the way you went. Okay. All right, fine. But
hey, give me Buffalo. I know where I'm going. Toronto, no clue.
Let's talk about GPSs for a second. Mm-hmm. It's funny because we did a family trip. We drove to Florida. You ever drive to Florida?
We'll never drive to Florida.
Okay, so
I like airplanes. They get me there faster.
We drove to Florida. Our first real family trip, we drove to Florida. We're like, all right, the kids are old enough. They can go through the mountains. So we had this. I had to borrow a GPS from my sister. This is before everyone had a GPS. I had to borrow one from my sister. And of course, you always put the British accent on because obviously the British guy knows where he's going. And we're driving and we're driving and we're driving, and I pull off to get gas on whatever. I'm like, okay, the GPS is going to tell me how to get back to the highway, right? That's what it's for. Pull in, get gas, and it was in a sketch kind of place, one of those gas stations. It's they're selling cigar store Indians and stuff like that. It's in the back of.
Cigar store Indians.
That's what it is. So in the back of the store is it's not even curtains. It's just wood. Mm-hmm. And this is the gas station. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, and you got to prepay for gas down in the States, right? At
course,
certain places, right? So, okay, I go and like, I get back in the car and my wife, Heather's like, she's like, let's get out of here. Like, this is, I don't like it here. So, okay, fine. So the GPS takes us one way and says, okay, go this way. And I because you couldn't make a right or something like that. So I make the left and it takes us through this like shady kind of like trailer park freak. Oh my God. There's like babies walking down the street in diapers. Like it was just, it was terrible. It was a place called Oakvale. So if anyone from Oakvale is listening,
not Oakville.
Oakvale. I think it's in like one of the Virginias, maybe. I don't know. But it, like, seriously, there's like a guy on his porch polishing his gun. Oh man, it was like everything that you would picture of like. Oh, it was terrifying. So yeah, and at the end of the day, the GPS took us right back to the gas station where we were. So I don't know.
That's the best, man.
Like Waze is good, but at the same time, you know, I think they all have their faults. But Waze gets me where I need to go most of the time.
Fair enough. Check this out. So, a few years ago, how many years ago? 8 years ago, decided to drive to New Brunswick. Jeez. My wife's friends were getting married. My friends as well, but hers
good
first.
Cover.
So we were driving down there. I wanted to drive through the state. So typically from where we are, it's about a 13-14 hour drive. So it took us 22 hours. So what happened? Yeah, straight, man. We didn't stay in no hotels, nothing.
Okay.
So we go through the states. I used to live in Albany for a while. I did some college internship out there. So I wanted to show my wife where I kind of lived and walked the streets and stuff like this. But it was 3:00 in the morning. So that was awesome. Not the best time to show downtown Albany, New York.
I'm sure it's not.
Anyways, we finally get into New Brunswick 22 hours later to nothing but ridicule from the friends and family of the friends that I've never met.
Because it took you that long.
Because it took us that long. Because we didn't have a GPS, so we had the freaking.
Did you get the thing from like the Auto Club? That has,
man,
like the flip map?
No, none of that.
Free with your membership, for goodness sake.
We kept turning on our cell phone to get kind of where are we going sort of thing. And my wife and data don't get along, so it's got to be used very strategically. Anyways, so we go shopping with our friends. And my daughter and I stay in the car. And my daughter's too. She's just messing around in the car. Tell me she doesn't open the armrest of my car and says, "Daddy, what is this?" And pulls out a friggin' GPS.
Come on. Why was there a GPS in your car that you did not know about?
Because I may have had it from work, and I think I used it for something, but I left it in the armrest.
That's crazy. Come on, man.
So, man, I still haven't lived that one down. Yeah. Oh, well.
That's pretty wild, man. Yeah, if you had a GPS that whole way, yeah. And I know your wife doesn't like data. Man,
we went through Amish country in maybe Maine, I don't know, but we were following horse and buggies. This is the first time I've seen that, so I was super giddy while I was driving. And then we get to the gas station to fill up. I'm like, man, because I'm not shy to talk to people.
No, you are not.
So I talked to Buddy pumping the gas. I'm like, man, where's New Brunswick? We've been on the road forever. He's like, oh, it's just across the street right there. And there's a little freaking. I'm looking for a real border because I'm from Southern Ontario going into Buffalo. That has like 4 borders you can go over, and they're all 23 lanes. This one's a 1-lane crossover.
We did that once too. We came through. I forget where we came through. We were. This is going quite far, but we had Anthony. Anthony was a baby, and we drove to Boston, and then we went to Lake Placid. Cape Cod, then Lake Placid, and came back. And I think we came back kind of not in Ottawa, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Like you, small ass border. Okay. Yeah. Like 1 lane. Guy at the border's like, okay, whatever. Anthony is like 10 months old.
Yeah.
And the guy at the border, this 1-lane border, it's like he was bored, and he grilled us about whose kid it was.
Oh my gosh. You serious?
We were both in the car.
Yeah.
But Heather, I don't think she had her name changed on her passport yet.
Okay.
So the guy's grilling us about whose kid it is. We're like, it's ours. Like, together it's yours? Yes, ours together. We're married.
Do you have to explain how that happens?
No, but it was a good conversation for us.
Let me bring you back to October, whatever. It was a beautiful evening. We had a great night. A few drinks were had.
Is it wrong if I say I don't remember what night it was?
Don't you count back 30 weeks from a due date?
Look, I have no idea. Heather seems to remember every single time each child was conceived. I'm like, yep, that was 100% it. What a romantic evening.
I'm like, oh, it's a preseason game. Bills, Bears, bada bing, bada boom. Great night.
It's all about sports.
That's it.
All goes back to sports.
That's really weird that you said that, because when I was a little kid and my parents would cross the border a lot with us, whatever, I would always sleep. I'm a big sleeper. I love to sleep, right?
Yep.
So they made my parents wake me up because they weren't 100% sure if they drugged me and are bringing me over the border.
It's ridiculous. Come on.
I could see one parent and one kid, and maybe there's a lot of craziness goes on, whatever.
Yep.
But a couple, I don't know.
I've got a note in my passport at all times that if I'm to take one of the kids across the border, if someone asks, if it's just me, like let's say Anthony and I go see a Buffalo Bison's baseball game. Mm-hmm. I've got a note in my passport from Heather saying, no problem, go to the Bison's game with our
son. Is it
son.
Notarized or anything?
No, but
because you could have written that letter,
Yeah, I know, but I'll be like, yo, call her. I don't care.
I used my girl writing for this one.
Yeah, this is my loop-de-loop writing. Anyway, so it's weird. Like I never know what to expect at the border. Let's not even get started about the border. How different people like handle the border. Like we've seen the way some people handle the border. I'm just like, whatever. I don't care. I lie.
Yeah.
I don't lie.
I never lie. I can't do it.
We got an argument about. Okay, let's get into this for a second. We're going where we weren't going to go, but I'm going to go this. Okay, so we went to a Bills game one time. I used to go tailgating with my dad all the time. You tailgate. You've got season tickets. So we went to a Bills game together. We had our friend Miguel and his son Owen with us.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm a guy who loves to work the grill at a tailgate to the point where I'll make breakfast. Mm-hmm. So, and I remember I blew some minds because I made Egg McMuffins on the barbecue.
Yeah, you did. Lights out.
Okay. I think
nothing better than an Egg McMuffin and a beer.
Right. And I think I did ribs that day because I kind of pre-cooked them and then whatever. And then I think I did chicken. So we're at the border. And what's the question they always ask you? Anything to declare?
Yeah.
Answer is no. The answer is no. I have nothing to declare. Yes, I have chicken and ribs and eggs and stuff. But the answer is no. And I remember how upset you were with me that I didn't even say anything about it.
I don't think it's the question. I think we were arguing because it wasn't the question, do you have anything to declare? Because, of course, no, I have nothing to declare. But if they say, what are you bringing across in your cooler? I'm going to say, listen, man, I'm going to let it all out. I'm going to be that stool picker. Listen, we got pork for ribs. We're going to grill those up. We have bacon. We have chicken. We have this and this. Because most of the time, I'm always very, very honest when I go over the border both ways. Plus, especially because I'm Nexus as well, right? So I got to be super careful.
Nexus is totally different.
Yeah, but if I go through with you that doesn't have a Nexus and I'm in your car, I'm guilty by association, right?
I have no idea. I don't worry about that.
True story. Kind of so I'm going to tell the guy everything I got. If he wants to throw out my friggin' chicken, then I'm just going to hit up Tops right across from the stadium and pick up some more chicken.
But the thing about the chicken I bring, it's already marinated. It's perfectly marinated. So I'm not going to go to Tops.
I've never been refused. I've never been refused.
But they can. You're just giving a reason. The same thing's going to happen. They are not going to put me in jail for saying, you know what? I forgot to mention the chicken. Okay,
but they'll tell you you're not going to the Bills game.
What?
They'll tell you you're not going to the Bills game.
They're going to say you're not going to take your chicken. I'm taking it. That's what they're going to say.
I wouldn't want to take that chance.
Whatever. Anyway, so Paul was really, really mad at me that day. But not for long, not till we ate. When we ate, he was really happy with me.
Man,
So anyway,
I ain't mad at good food.
blew some minds. I love to work the grill at a tailgate. I ain't lying.
I want to get you and my brother in a friggin' cook-off at a tailgate because he lights it up too, man.
Your brother wants to get me and him in a cook-off.
That's true. Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving.
He thinks he can challenge me in chicken wings. Come on.
I think it's more ribs than chicken wings, though.
Okay, you can't eat. It doesn't matter.
I don't know. I'm going to set it up, and guess what I'm going to do? Enjoy the feast.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Now, you know what? Have at it. I don't care. I don't care. Go for it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So, hey, let me ask you a question. So, on the weekends, do you guys as a family like do a whole lot? Like, do you guys like fill your schedule with like, we're going to go here and we have to do that and whatever?
No, man, we're too busy throughout the week too, right? So this is what happens on the weekends. So my wife will go do the grocery shopping and do all the shopping stuff. I'll wake up, I'll start the laundry either on a Saturday or Sunday. I'd love to talk to you about laundry at some point. Anyways,
sure.
Yeah, I'll nap typically, not lately, but typically I'll nap between 1 and 4.
You're one of the only grown men that I know that is like, and your wife is like, yeah, go. Paul's having his nap right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on. You'll have your nap from 1 to 4.
Yeah, and then that's about it. We don't feel I come from a pretty big Italian family.
Yep.
Right? We're going to talk about Italy in a little bit, but we have so many events to go to in a typical setting, not right now, but so many events to go to that our weekends, I'm done putting on a show Monday to Friday. I just want to be me and relax and chill.
So there's no pressure that it's like, hey, we got to get our daughter out and do stuff with her and do all this. Okay. No. So I have some friends that are always booking their calendars full. And power to them. That's awesome. I am not that guy. Like you said, on the weekend, I'm wiped. I do not need to fill my schedule. When I was a kid, we were not going places every single weekend. My parents were not like, let's, we have to go here and there and keep you entertained. No, my dad was probably building something in the backyard. So I was either going to play with my friends or I was going in the backyard to help my dad. But my question is, when did this calendar filling? We need to fill the calendar for our children to keep our children entertained. When did this start?
Man, you're going to open a can of worms. I'm going to get a lot of hate texts. I don't know. I don't.
Show me.
Like, is it because you don't want to...
Go for it.
Is it because let's get to activities? Are activities that the family does together as one, spending time together, having a good time? Or is it activities that your kids are doing so you can just get rid of them and you're sitting in an arena or something like this?
No, I think it's more like as a family. It's like the people I know that do that, they do stuff as a family. So it's like... So
they go for walks. They go to the amusement park. They do this.
Yeah. And it's all the time. But it's not like, hey, next weekend we're going to do this, but the weekend after we're just going to chill at home. No, it's every single weekend. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Okay. It's not my cup of tea, but Heather and I wonder if we should feel guilty because we're not taking our kids all kinds of places and stuff like that. I just want to be like, hey, go outside and ride your bike.
What's that?
Go see your friends. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to figure out when this whole time-filling thing for our children began. Because forget like going to an arena, going to a baseball park. Because for years, people have been like, my kid's going to play baseball, soccer, hockey. And then when they're not playing hockey, they're going to do power skating. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that's been going on for years. So that's not what I'm talking about. It's more of because I don't know anyone when I was growing up that every single weekend was going out and doing stuff nonstop with their families, which is great. I just don't get it. And sometimes I'm like, I start to feel guilt creep in and I'm like, maybe on the other flip, right? So before, when we were growing up, we'll talk about that, right? It wasn't the same situation we're in. What do you mean?
Like, I don't know. My parents, they worked a 9 to 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now with schedules and both partners working for X amount of hours a day and bringing the work home with them, maybe it's guilt on their end that, you know what, I'm going to dedicate this to just my kids. Nothing else matters. So I can roll with that. I can get to that, because there's a lot of guilt that goes out there with moms and dads, or dads and dads and moms that, you know, they see them when they wake up, they see them when they go to bed. That's it.
Yeah.
So guess what? This weekend, on the weekend, every weekend, this is my allotted family time, and that's it. Nothing's gonna get in the way of my family time.
All right. I guess
Did I almost make you cry a bit?
you know what? No, you made me think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? That's what this is for.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're actually talking parenting, which is fun, because every now and then people are like, "Are you a parenting show?" Because I mean, it's dad guys, whatever. I'm like, "No, we're just two guys." But every now and then, a little nugget of parenting comes in, and now I'm just gonna smash it all to hell and say, "So when you." So now that we've established that, okay, we've got to create family time and do that kind of stuff and all that fun stuff. But when you need to get away from the family, because look, we all know that there's times, look at you shaking your head. It's like, I can't say anything about this. No.
And I'll say something.
When you got to get away from your family, just to get away, it doesn't have to be for like a day, but just like, all right, I got to go somewhere. Where do you go? What do you do?
Man, I don't go anywhere.
You love your family, eh? You just always want to be around them. I'm not saying I don't love my family, but come on, there's got to be times.
Listen, I tried to get out a couple of weeks ago, and I got the 3rd degree why I had to go. I wanted to go to Lowe's or something, right? Just to get out.
Yeah.
And she was just up my ass about it. And I'm like, I'm not going out now.
Yeah.
Forget it. So what do? I just come into the basement and I throw on the Xbox.
Okay. Good.
But I'm going to be honest with you now. So that's a true story. But she gives me a lot of time on my own. And my daughter is always like on her hip anyways. So it's more like I would like to ask Sandra. I let her go wherever she wants at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so yeah, she says, I want to go here. Okay, go. I'm cool with it.
See, I'm not like that. Like, I'm probably painting myself in a real bad picture right now, but it's not the case. I'm not always trying to get away from my family, but there are times where I want to disappear. I just need to shut it off and do me things. Mm-hmm. And it's not like it's like my wife is like, no, you can't go out with your friends, and no, you can't do this. No, it's not that. It's if the kids are going nuts, and Heather's got the baby, and he's screaming, and I'm like, what do I do? So there's times, like you said, it's like I may be like, okay, I need to go for a drive. Like, honestly, grocery shopping is my one.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I bring this up is I finally got a beer fridge from my basement.
Nice.
So now I have no reason, because my basement's a walkout. So I walk outside, there's the smoker, there's the barbecue. I got the beer fridge downstairs. I got the PlayStation.
Yeah.
I never need to go anywhere else.
Welcome to heaven, really.
It kind of is my own little slice of heaven. Just needs a paint job. And it needs the HVAC job finished.
That's it, eh?
You know, but
that's crazy.
So I asked that quick because it's like, I wouldn't call my basement a man cave, because that's not what it is. It's just a man disaster. Mm-hmm. But it's a place to get away. Yeah. And I don't care if the kids come down here, but at no point will all 5 of us be in the basement at one time.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? So even if like Anthony comes down and we're playing a game on the PlayStation, or if I put Ella in the studio and it's just me and her, or Heather comes down and we're just hanging out, that's cool. But this is my little slice of heaven where I can get away. I can fire up a locker room lager.
You're on number 2 already?
Oh,
You're not joking around.
No, it's no joke.
You got the baby beers, all right?
You know, yeah. Hey, this is not a baby beer by comparison to yours.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I was just curious what you do.
So typically I love my family, and I've been thinking about going away a lot. And what I've been thinking about going away with my family.
Okay.
I've been looking at real estate in Italy.
Give me a break.
I identify as Italian, whether people like it or not.
It's funny, we both do, and neither of us look like we're Italian at all.
It's true. And our
Zero.
last names, right?
No, not even last names.
Like imagine we had our mother's maiden names,
That's right.
right? Then there'd be no question.
No, of course not.
You know what I'd like someone to do? I'd like someone to pay for my DNA test because it'll turn out I'm 100%. Do you know those DNA tests? You get your saliva.
Yeah.
I'd like someone to pay for me to do that.
All right.
I want to see. I want to see the percentage.
But what are you pandering to the people? Saying, all right.
I am.
So
for those who doubt,
call a DNA test.
Yeah, whoever doubts that, because we grew up with the Italian culture.
Yep.
Like my grandma, my nono's from Italy.
Yep.
Direct, and my grandmother's from England.
Okay.
Right, so not Italian, but she overtook the Italian and learned how to cook and did all this stuff like that. So it throughout. So I've been looking at real estate. You can get some dirty cheap places in like Lazio and Sardinia and stuff.
I'd love to see you go for it.
Yeah,
love to see you go for it.
That would be awesome.
I'm telling you, my mom and dad went there a few years ago, and they were like in the old part of like Calabria, Italy. Like that's where our family's from. And like she's showing me pictures. I'm like, this place is just gonna fall down. It's just gonna fall down. Like it's so old. And I'm like,
but it's made so well. Here. It's made so well.
Come on.
You remember when the Europeans came over and started building houses here? Lights out. Lights out. Lasts forever.
I'm telling you, I think it's gonna fall down. But anyway, okay, so you want to buy a house there?
Oh yeah, good prices. But what's gonna I'm putting it out there to get a house there.
Who are you putting it out to?
To my wife.
And how's that going?
Yeah, it's not gonna happen ever. But a guy can dream.
You can dream.
I had a dream.
That can be where you go to get away.
Could you imagine?
On Italy.
That'd be awesome. At least I'm gonna get the feeling that I'm going to Italy on the weekends. Because guess what's about to come back?
Yes, it is.
Serie A.
Serie A soccer is they've announced it coming back late June. And look, all these things are starting to come back, but I've been following the whole time because like I'm a Juventus supporter. Okay. I go to Paul's house, he tries to give me AC Milan cups, but I won't take them. But he's now got a Juventus coffee mug for me for when I come over, so I appreciate that. But it's fun. Like 4 guys on the team had the COVID. One guy had it like 3 times.
Yeah.
So, but Ronaldo didn't. Ronaldo's good. He's okay.
Oh, of course. Look at him.
He's okay. Don't worry about it.
Don't forget about it.
But yeah, no, Serie A starting back up. You've got basketball starting to talk about. I saw something come out. They're looking at July 31st, which is so weird.
Come on. At Disneyland, at Disney World?
Yeah, like Orlando. And then hockey's going to come back with a 24-team tournament for the Stanley Cup, which, so sports are starting to kind of come back. Baseball, the owners and the players cannot agree. Go figure.
It's bonkers, eh?
It's crazy. And they both just look greedy.
Yeah.
Like, I get the players are saying, okay, we're not going to sign a new deal for a pay cut until you show us how much money you're going to lose.
What do you need a pay cut for? You make millions of dollars.
They sign a contract, though, man. They're entitled to it.
I get it, but they make millions. They're not suffering like the regular people of the world that are suffering.
But are the owners? Like, are the owners going to lose franchises?
What money are they making? The owners.
But they're also not. They're not spending money. Right now, right? Like they're not paying to, whatever. So I think, they'll lose money when they open up stadiums. They will lose fans. Money.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to have fans. So there's not going to be a gate. There's not going to be concessions. There's not going to be merchandise sales. So they will lose money.
I can see merch sales. Merch sales pop up.
Yeah, but
to build the excitement.
Will it be much different than right now?
Yeah.
Like I could buy merch right now online.
Yeah. But it's back of your mind. When it comes back, then you're jumping back on board.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what they should do? Pay-per-view all this stuff.
No way. There's TV deals. You can't do that. There's TV deals.
Mm-hmm. Do you enjoy watching the NBC hockey coverage?
No.
Yeah, it's painful.
Yeah, but You think they're going to pay-per-view it? That's crazy. You would lose
People
so
would
much,
pay. You would be amazed to see how many people would pay.
but not as many that would normally watch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not as many as would normally watch. So look, I don't know. I'm as excited as the next guy to see sports come back. I would like the owners and the players in baseball to both get their heads out of their ass and get on the baseball field. 2014 tournament for hockey is going to be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Especially since the Canadians are kind of sneaking their way in a play-in round.
And the Blues are going to be defending and two-time champs, so that's good.
At least you're a Blues fan and you don't pump the tires of the Leafs like everyone else around here.
Yeah, no.
So I appreciate that. So, but the basketball thing kind of really, if you're going to start in almost August, why? Sit the rest of the season out and come back in October when you would normally come out.
Yeah. But hockey too. Hockey's the same.
I don't know. Hockey, I didn't see a date. Did they have a date?
They start their season in September.
Yeah. But when is hockey going to actually start?
Nobody even knows.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. If any of
they're going to finish this,
come back, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, they'll finish this 24-team tournament and then start the new year in January and then have another shortened season.
Yeah. And then hopefully go back. It's so bizarre, and I get it has to be. It's gonna be bizarre. The next whatever is left of this sports season and whatever the next sports season is are gonna be bizarro seasons. The only thing that may not be there's football. Football is gonna start at its normal time, and baseball, if they get an 81 game schedule in somehow, maybe the next season is a normal season. Time length. We don't know if fans are coming back. We don't know any of that stuff.
Yeah.
But these seasons for these other, like for basketball and hockey, they're just going to be messed up and Major League Soccer.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I like TFC as much as the next guy. So, but yeah, who knows? I really don't know. So, but with all these sports kind of coming back and doing this, I'm a fantasy baseball commissioner. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I got 3 fantasy baseball teams. We drafted.
Wow.
Okay. So
it's painful.
I think it was like our first episode and I had done my draft.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So here's my question for you though, because let's say baseball comes back and they're going to play an 81 game season. Do I put it to the guys and say, okay, do you want to play? Because half the guys have already paid. Do I say, do you want to play this season for bragging rights with an asterisk and put the money towards next season? Because our teams that are drafted, if you drafted strategically based on a full season, then half a season, because one pitcher that might have thrown 125 innings can now throw for the whole season. Do I say to these guys, do you want to play for bragging rights this season with an asterisk and put the money towards next season?
No.
Because we're not going to redraft.
No.
You play it out as is.
You picked what you picked.
Yeah, but you didn't know that this was going to happen.
Who cares? You picked the players you like, and I thought we're going to give you the best return on investment, if you will.
Okay.
All right. Maybe only play for half a pot, and then next year you just pay half of what you would normally pay.
Come on,
give a little something.
Crazy. For me, it's all or nothing. We still got the trophy.
Yeah.
I still put someone's name on a trophy.
Wow. I'm going to tell you something. So the very first fantasy sports league I ever played was a baseball fantasy sports league.
Yeah.
And we went, a group of the guys, we did it at the Chaps in Hamilton at a bar.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So I'm sitting there all excited. It's I don't know if it's the first round or the second round or the third round. Doesn't matter. But I'm up. And I'm like, okay, with this selection, I would like to select Chone Figgins. And this guy who drafts right after me stands up and says, you don't even know his damn name, and you're drafting him. He's my guy. What do you? I'm like, Chone, Chone. How are you supposed to say it? It's Sean, damn it. My God.
So did you trade him to him for like a rated price?
Chone Figgins did it well for me that year.
What up, Chone?
That's it. Spell your name as you say it. That's all I'm saying.
We should not be making fun of people's names. It's not very nice. What we should be doing right now is making fun of the dad joke of the week. What do you think? You got one?
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Dad joke of the week time. It's about that time. Dad joke. Here we go.
And now, get ready to cringe. It's the dad joke of the week.
Okay. Is this your dad joke?
No, man. I'm going to take 0% credit for this dad joke.
So this is a winner then.
This one's from Tom, and I've been pushing this off. I've been pushing this off week after week, and he's getting pretty mad at me. So I think this came to mind when I was playing a lot of Jedi on the Xbox. So he sent me Star Wars inspired.
All right. Here we go.
I'm going to read it right off my phone. I'm going to tell you
right
that.
Right off the phone. Here we go.
What are the similarities between kids and tattoos?
The similarities between kids and tattoos. I really have no idea.
Both can be removed with lasers.
I honestly think that's the worst dad joke you've done.
It's the worst, right?
It's the worst.
I think we have Tom on next week to explain why he would do that to me. Can we do that? Can we make that commitment?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It depends if he's going to bring stuff like that to the table.
Right.
Like, seriously, you know what just happened right now? The ratings just took a big dip.
A big dip, and they were climbing.
A big dip, thanks to number one. Tom, you got some splaining to do, man. That's a terrible dad joke. That's as Charles Barkley would say, that's terrible.
Terrible.
That's terrible. Well,
can we do a redo?
No.
Let's play the jingle again, okay?
Again?
Yeah.
Why, you got a better one?
I'm hoping so.
Okay. All right. Take two on the dad joke. We don't stop tape here. We just keep going. Let's take two. Here we go.
Ready?
Take two on the dad joke. Here we go.
And now, it's the dad joke of the week.
All right, Paul, let's hear the dad joke of the week from you this week.
All right, thanks. I'm really excited about this one.
All right.
Why can't a nose be 12 inches long?
Oh, this sounds like it sounds very wrong. I have no idea.
Because then it would be a foot.
That's better.
Is that better?
That's better.
Do you know when you say something that you know is going to be not funny and everybody's just sitting there waiting all giddy, and then it's a dud and it's like the whole room goes hollow?
Yeah.
And you get that thing that bump in your throat, and you're like, a little bit of sweat comes. Yeah. Thanks, Tom.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Do you know he was walking his dog the other day with the leash around his waist, and he was wearing these pink shorts, and he looked like such a tool.
How do you know? Were you there?
No, he came out to a Skype call. We were all.
Oh, I was going to say, do you have a picture of this? Because I'll put it up. I have no problems.
I'm going to ask my cousin to send me one for sure.
Please see if she's got a picture of it, because I'll put that up. Because Tom, you deserve to be humiliated after sending us that dad joke, because they both can be removed with lasers, kids and tattoos. You want me to take a laser to my child? That's awful. That's abuse, brother.
I'm seeing if I misread it and it says with sabers, but it doesn't. It's lasers.
Either with sabers. What are you going to do? Take a sword? I don't get it. Anyway, what have we learned this week? We got merch.
Not much.
We got merch.
We got some nice merch.
We got pimped like X to the Z.
Put up.
We got that. We learned that Paul wants to move to Italy, and I apparently want to get away from my family as much as possible.
That's true that.
And that's it. That's all. That's it for another week. So thanks for joining us on Those Dad Guys. Remember, you can get us on Spotify, on iTunes. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. We have some Instagram followers now, and I don't remember the last time I put anything on Instagram. So awesome. And remember, if you're watching on YouTube, like and smash that subscribe button.
Smash it. Peace out, y'all.
See ya.